As you see what I'm doing on my phone, this is the moment that demons begin sounding plane activity. Stalking. This is the ongoing demonic pacing. All right, that is the entity gang stalking by United Airlines. And as I've been showing you, doing so under the fake sun that is covered up. I'll show you what the entity already has here. It's already on the record. This is what the entity is keeping right here over me, just like when they're stalking with the fake sun at Chevron and Arco under the fake sun, where those demons are stalking with commercial planes at E and Euclid, maintaining plane activity. When I'm at E and Euclid, there are no planes flying over the Ontario Town Square. They're flying right where I'm located. Where I'm located is where the fake sun is remaining. This is where they were pacing repeatedly, doing U-turns, flying repeatedly over E Street, stalking me where I'm located. And I want to show you where is the fake sun that's on the same Euclid Avenue over me, where I'm documenting that pattern of conduct. And as I upload the evidence on the internet, this is relevant to psychological torture. Ronald Leverage, Julia Gu, Jim Bowman, Kurt Hagman, Alan D. Wapner. These are terrorists that are going to be prosecuted. This is the fake sun in alignment to me, where the Ontario International Airport is stalking with planes, doing so one after another, after another, after another over Euclid Avenue. There are no planes, first of all, that are on schedule with regard to 7:10, 7:13, 7:16 a.m., 7:18 a.m., 7:19 a.m. as I captured on video. And then as I walk north of Euclid Avenue, the entities engage in that, and I documented the same pattern. As I upload, this is monitoring on the internet. The entity flies another plane. This is demonic pacing. This is mental illness that the demons who are stalking in planes are going to be used to diagnose them while they're engaging in criminal conduct of federal group stalking and monitoring, where the fake sun is right here. And I want to be clear, it's 9:57 a.m. When you're looking at this fake sun, these are demons. This is the psychopathic conduct. The mental illness exhibited by demons stalking in planes is shared by a population of demons who are all stalking. This is a wide back that's engaged in what is stalking another woman. She's actually a homosexual. When you are analyzing the behavior of a woman stalking another, obsessed with my genitalia, doing so inside of the venue of the Ovid Family Community Library, those are all demons stalking. And Leonida, Brightview, the city of Ontario, surrounding with light activity, these are demons, while the entity is hovering over the Ontario Town Square. Don't forget, yesterday after 5 p.m. What is it that you're looking at? That's honking the horn as I change operation on my phones. That's a demon that's monitoring. Don't forget what you're looking at yesterday evening. Now, when the fake sun is over the Ontario Town Square, hold on, pray tell, what is going to be outside of this same exact venue right here? This same exact venue right here, outside of the windows of this same library after 6 p.m. when you're looking at it right here, where the Ontario International Airport, those are the demons calling themselves an airport board. They're going to be prosecuted for terrorism, and they're going to be prosecuted for facilitation as well. They're monitoring my vagina, and the clear evidence is the scientific phenomenon where you're deviating from taking off at an airport to stalk me, and they do more of it as I upload the evidence, which is going to put them in prison. This is mental illness that's shared by the population. Stalking with noise, like you're hearing, mental illness. Stalking with light, like the city of Ontario, Leonida, Builders, LLC, CMAX are engaging in, Brightview are engaging in. That's a mental illness. The people of the state are doing so while they're inside of a library, being demons, stalking in an irreconcilable environment.
Just
because
that you can see, reaching out toward me, the targeted individual, and
these are demons. This is inside of the library that I'm looking at right now, and this is at 6 o'clock in the evening. The fake sun is outside of the same library at 8 o'clock in the morning. What sun is going to be aiming any sort of light activity like this? Not only that, it's aiming directly toward me. Second of all, this is where the entity is stalking by planes and helicopters. The mentally ill are the demon possessors, the Nephilim. And I want to be clear, those that are going to prison, such as those that are sitting on a so-called airport board, they're going to prison for the ceaseless pattern of conduct. The demon possessed are going to be diagnosed for gang stalking. Okay, gang stalking, which is committed in furtherance of murder. And the Ovid Family Community Library is ceaselessly engaging in a pattern of conduct with a population of demons who are stalking in the path. They're maintaining surveillance just like they are outside. This is stalking in the path. Everywhere that I'm going, a demon is present to keep me under surveillance, stalking. Doing so under the guise of a business, Wells Fargo. Doing so under the guise of traffic, the people of the state. The demons that are molesting at nightfall with impossible light, it's not their headlights. Doing so under a fake sun, studying their devices, engaged in federal stalking with the demons that are maintaining the elements of monitoring, stalking over here under a fake sun that's remaining in alignment to me here, remaining in alignment to me through the library. And again, let me show you what you saw on video, because this is what the demons are doing, and then I'm gonna end this video. As you're looking at the light activity,
outward,
you're gonna see the fake sun shining through the Ovid Family Community Library. right there. This is impossible light
This is
activity.
P.O.C. inside of the orbit where the terrorism underway by impossible light activity is captured. And pay attention in real time as you see the fake sun shining brighter and brighter.
This is at 6 o'clock in the evening. I'm showing you what is the entity keeping the fake sun. That is, as you're looking at the Ontario Town Square where the Ontario Police Department are gang stalking at 8:47 a.m. and they're pacing around me. That's a communication with that department's being shut down. They're engaging in stalking with the population. This is them driving around the perimeter around me, communicating a threat. They engage in kidnapping. They encounter me and make up harassment so that they can kidnap me and search my property. And they're doing so with the demons that are engaging in stalking right along with them. They're doing so under the guise of airlines. Those airlines are going to be prosecuted. The Ontario Airport Board is going to be prosecuted, and they're doing so. When a fake sun is outside of the library at 8:47 a.m., there is no sun that's going to be aiming through the depths of this same library after 6 p.m. That is relevant to the entity that is indeed stalking using commercial planes and doing so with real-time knowledge of what it is that I'm documenting as I'm documenting it. That's what's relevant when I'm showing you my screen. When I start this video, as soon as I start uploading the evidence that you're threatening me, you're stalking and terrorizing me, you're sexually violating me, and another demon in an airline plane is engaging in what is ongoing monitoring and psychological torture committed in furtherance of murder. The Ontario Airport Board is going to be prosecuted. This is the entity that's publishing the evidence of what is targeting, because none of this is published on the website. And the moment that I start capturing this screen recording, then the flights stop. But it doesn't matter if they continue. I've captured them continuously, foolishly doing it on camera. You're going to prison regardless. And this is the entity that's going to be prosecuted for federal prosecution, public corruption. All right, this is P.O.C. The entity is engaged in monitoring, and it's all captured inside of the Ovid Family Community Library. There's no sun that will be here at 8 in the morning and still over the same entrance like I captured Leonida, Brightview, the demons gang stalking as a population, right? And the fake sun is over at 12:26 p.m. That's the entity that is stalking, and the Ontario International Airport is going to be shut down. Leonida builders, those are hiring immigrants. They're going to be deported, and that's a corrupt business. And even if that president is an immigrant, that president, Leonida, is going to be deported, engaging in what is furtherance of murder while gang stalking me with the government. And the city of Ontario incriminates everybody. The demons of the city of Ontario are, you are making money from it, I'm going to drain your pockets, and I'm going to prosecute you as a criminal, as a terrorist. And they're doing so with the Ontario International Airport. This is P.O.C. It's currently 10:03 a.m. This is impunity that you're going to prosecute for. This is impunity, and this is a demon-possessed person that's also keeping my vagina under surveillance and going about engaging in sexual violence and criminal conduct in concert with the government that's going to be removed as a police department that's facilitation of sexual violence and stalking, and doing so inside of bathrooms. And they go inside of the Ovid Family Community Library. This is a demon keeping their head down while they're stalking in your face. This conspicuous stalking is exactly why they're going to prison. They wear police uniforms doing the exact same thing. This is P.O.C. It is currently 10:04 a.m. and this is also relevant to what is the necessity of shutting down the airport, the fire department, the police department in Ontario that's engaging in violence and furtherance of murder. A failed because it's fully exposed, and they're still engaging in a conspiracy to murder while they're being documented at the same time. You're going to shut down those terrorists while they're engaging in this. This is a population that's engaged in this surveillance. Will not stop stalking, will not stop pursuing, will not stop engaging in surveillance, even when the feds are going to raid you, and you will not be accomplishing any sort of murder in secret or gang stalking of any other person. This is P.O.C. This conspicuous stalking is exactly why the kidnappers at the Ovid Family Community Library are going to prison, because they're doing so with the Ontario International Airport, the Ontario Police Department. This fake sun is still present, aiming at after 6 p.m. inside of that same library where the entity is engaging what is criminal, stalking in the path, stalking you, doing so in your face while looking the opposite direction. This is mental illness, and the entity is going to be both committed and convicted. This is P.O.C. This is 224 North Euclid Avenue. All right, remember, I'm at 9:59 a.m., the Fontana Lewis Library. And I'm also on what is Route 66 at the Montclair Transit Center, getting on the bus at 9:59 a.m., 10 o'clock, where I'm documenting the entity keeping the fake sun, which is not going to be over the Ontario Town Square. And the sun is still not going to be at the same location, so low down to the ground, by the way, that it's aiming light like a laser into the depths, aiming toward me, targeting with light, which is what demons are doing, who are also targeting my vagina. All right, this is P.O.C. It's currently 10:05 a.m. I want you to be mindful, because these are the ones that I'm going to prosecute. And by I, meaning they are terrorists, They're engaging in domestic terrorism in the United States. They are a threat to the country. They're a threat to American citizens, and this is necessitating the removal of that airport altogether. That's engaging in criminal conduct under the corruption of this demon, Paul Leon, right behind the building of the library, gang stalking me, not ignorant about the ongoing public nuisance of the Ontario International Airport, targeting, flying over the Ontario Town Square while he's sharing in that criminal pattern of conduct. And the demons are engaging in this P.O.C. with regard to what is these domestic terrorists: Alan D. Wapner, Kurt Hagman, Ronald Leverage, Jim Bowman, and Julia Gu. Not an Ontario Airport Board. That's a deceptive misnomer. They're terrorists, and they're engaging in the pattern of conduct. They're doing so with regard to the entity keeping under surveillance an American citizen that is keeping tabs on it, documenting it in order to prosecute. These are terrorists, and they're going to be removed from the position, and so is the airport. Understand, while they're engaging in criminal monitoring, gang stalking, and so are the airlines, they're a threat to national security. All right, so you have what is the entity engaged in this, committing murders, and doing so while they're facilitating violence, such as conspicuous stalking by a population that's mentally ill. And those that are immigrants in the United States, those are their immigrants in California, those that are immigrants in Ontario, they're being deported. This same disdain and impunity is shared by those that are given the privilege to be in this country, and they're being shipped out. They're a threat to this country, and they're a threat to American citizens. This is P.O.C. It is currently 10:07 a.m. where you're seeing the fake sun over me, and remember, I'm on Route 66, documenting the fake sun over me in Montclair to Upland, California. That's P.O.C.